can cut that out. Let's ask that question again.
The detail we went into on players, yeah, mind-blowing for me.
I've done enough auctions to know that you go into them with some pretty strong ideas and thoughts about what you want. It's rare that you'll get everything you want.
We went into the auction with a clear plan. We've got power, we've got touch, we've got placement.
I'm really pleased with the squad we've got.
Right, everybody ready? Again, in my experience, it's good to explore as many different options and combinations as possible. And as you go through the week, you might add or delete options and combinations. So we've spent quite a lot of time trying to think about how we want to play our cricket. And obviously the likes of Louis and Heather have a real strong voice in that discussion.
When we talk about how we want to play, those of you sitting in the stand and watching a game of cricket, you should be able to see a certain style that we play in.
Hello, hello. Being England captain, you do a lot of selection and you go into loads of detail in terms of the talent pool and the players that are out there. And I guess, yeah, that's my strength, isn't it? I know the players really well. I know what sort of team we wanted and potential players that would fit that and depth charting and things like that.
Is there a gap between the players?
I think after Jones and Lamb there's a gap.
Oh, sure.
But
Who are we picking?
I picked Jones.
Louis?
yeah,
Jones?
yeah.
So for us, a holistic profile is key. You know, we want to understand the player technically, tactically, physically and psychologically.
The boundary percentage against spin, very high. When she's at her best.
It's great that in our environment we've got a number of people that have spent actual time with a lot of these players, so they'll know them firsthand.
She played this one game against us
She's
in the
interesting.
WPL this year when she got picked for UP. So we did a lot of work tactically against her, seeing her videos. She batted really well for Stars. That's what we saw when she batted number 3. She was doing a lot of what you're saying. When they had this fielder in, she was going over. And then when they brought square leg in, she would come in and play. So she was...
She's a really good cricketer.
Yeah, she was pretty high on our list of top order batting options.
I guess my question is, by getting Amy Jones for, let's just say it's 100, does that give us more flexibility with all our future decisions? Does that benefit us more than having to wait for a keeper, I suppose?
I would say that's just about our ability to tolerate the uncertainty. That's like psychology, essentially. Yep. You need to just get used to sitting with the anxiety, is what you need to do. But yeah, look, it's tricky. Again, the beauty of Amy Jones is, you know, she's got a lot of flexibility in what she can do. She can bat in different, you know, different positions in the order.
But isn't that was what we said with this team, is like we go for Jones first, then it's Gosh.
It's Amy Jones at £70,000, still there. Opening bidders are still there. Hammers raised now. This is Amy Jones selling for £70,000 to the London Spirit.
If you land Amy Jones for 80, happy days, right? You can still do anything. Both teams stay live.
The player is sold at £70,000. Amy Jones will play for London Spirit.
You know, we went into the auction with a couple of slots free there, but delighted to have locked her in. Obviously great to get a high quality keeper in that can be the real heartbeat of the team in the field. Essentially, we want to arrive at an understanding of which 2 roles should we use for our overseas. So our aim is to answer that question. And to do that, let's throw names, domestic and overseas, at this structure, and let's see where we get to. Have a harsh line, Louis, Heather, in names to begin with. It's like, no, these are definitely good enough. So let's start by not throwing speculative names at it. Let's not compromise. We get to that when we get to lower down the depth. So that's the one distinction I'd say. Let's throw names that we feel in your heads, guys, they're above the line. These guys are good enough to do a job for us. Forgetting combinations and all that sort of stuff. They're good enough to do a job.
It was more sort of the type of player we want, and then fitting the player to it, because obviously you don't know how things are going to unfold in the auction. So we wanted probably an overseas gun all-rounder.
Nadine de Klerk.
De Klerk.
Nadine de Klerk.
Nadine de Klerk was target number 1. De Klerk might be in that after a WPL as well.
She'll be in the marquee, I reckon, de Klerk.
Everybody's seen what's happened in the last 12 months with Nadine and how she's been batting across South Africa and the WPL.
The good thing is, take Harris and let's assume you get Nadine. They both played for Brisbane together.
and they got along very well in RCB. So I saw that.
You said the team only works if we get Nadine de Klerk.
My question on this team is, are we budget enough money for de Klerk? Because you need that player to make this team effective.
Player number 2, this is Nadine de Klerk. 120,000 London Spirits bid now at 120.
How did the auction work for you? Because obviously you were out on a training camp in South Africa.
About 3 screens. I was watching the auction, which was a slight delay. I had John on FaceTime, so I was in his ear. Price was going up and up.
150 bid now going on, London Spirit 150.
The budget we set for it was 150.
London Spirit at 160.
So we obviously went above that.
Selling.
We were desperate to get Nadine, we didn't want to leave.
But £170,000 in the 100 auction, she is.
And I was like, John, have we got her? Have we got her?
Sold at 170,000.
She's like, we've got her, mate, we've got her.
We came into the auction with a number of different sorts of teams and combinations in mind, which can typically be the case. But in all of those teams or combinations, we had Nadine as quite a central feature of that.
So you're looking at combos that you're happy with. So you're happy probably with Nadine, with Dottin.
Talk to me about Deandra Dottin as a cricketer.
She brings clutch.
Well, boss, she's an awesome cricketer, incredibly dynamic, really powerful. She's a 3-skilled cricketer, really important to me, bat, ball and field.
We definitely wanted an all-rounder in the middle. Obviously we got 2 in the end with Deandra as well, which was really cool.
Sold she is at 37,500 London Spirits.
I think we should be prioritising the spin roll, in my opinion.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. For us, it was a case of getting our heads together, being really clear on the business we had done, and understanding in that next phase what your priorities are.
Let's just go to the spin option. On our list, we've got Pavley, Levick, Adams and Brett. Is that the right order of depth?
Yep. Player number 16, this is Charis Pavley.
I just want to know from those spinners, Louis, are any of them featuring in your top 8 as batters? Maybe just Pavley?
Just Pavley.
Okay.
If we get Pavley at 7?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're assuming we get Pavley at 7?
Yeah.
Really big competitor, does everything at 100 miles an hour.
So look, we give ourselves a good chance of hopefully getting Pavley.
She's been a player that I've admired for a long period of time. Again, a 3-skilled cricketer, bats, bowls and fields.
75 it is, 80 bid now, Trent Rockets at 80, 85. Still London Spirit, 85,000. Thank you, at 85,000, Trent Rockets are out, London Spirits are in. I'm going to sell the player to London Spirit.
I was sat in the hotel in South Africa. My name didn't get called out for maybe 5.5 hours. And I was sat there, I called Nick, my agent, I said, Nick, have you even put me in the draft, mate? Because like, what is going on? So yeah, I was quite nervous. But then when I found out that Spirit had picked me up, I couldn't be like happier to be part of this journey with them.
Yeah, delighted to have her. She's obviously highly rated as a young English talent, and we were desperate to get some players that we felt would be really good for the future and are going to really grow and develop, and we feel like Pav is one of those.
I feel like we've got a really competitive squad, full of really skillful players who look like they really enjoy playing pressure moments, and that's something that I'm really keen for our team to be able to do. So yeah, I'm really happy where we're at right now.
It's an exciting day for women's cricket. You know, there's a lot of women's cricketers there that have had a great payday, and I think that'll be inspiring for a lot of young people around the country. I certainly felt that we as a think tank had a real advantage having the likes of Louis and Heather in our environment. You know, the depth of their understanding of players was a real value add for me.
How would you rate the auction out of 10?
I don't think I can give you a rating, but it was good. Fun experience, lots of shifting of strategy. I'm really pleased with the squad we've got.